Pisces. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2023, baby. Happy New Year, babe. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. Happy spring equinox. I hope this finds you well, Pisces. And we're back at it again with the general tarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces, I think there is something about like a temptation to go like to sink back into the old paradigm, or a temptation to like sink back into previously toxic behaviors. An opportunity to like backtrack or backslide in some sort of way. But hydrate, light it if you got it. Okay. The emotions spilling out, A. Spirit spilling out of you, A. Pisces, be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. And really for the dopest shit that I do, check out my website, justjeverything.com, for everything else. The links are in the description box below. I don't feel like going through the spiel. It's Aries season. Y'all motherfuckers know how to read. So, also, you will probably be way more slick-mouthed in Aries season, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, especially while Mercury is in Aries, I feel like do your part to just check yourself, especially when it comes to people that you're really, really comfortable with. Be sure to check out the Aries season astrology video that has all the important astrological dates. It's funny, I keep looking over here because I'm used to the camera being over here, but it's actually over here now. And so there is something about like a different perspective. You have, or like a different focal point. Seeing the hangman, you know, like seeing things from a different vantage point. And usually that vantage point can be uncomfortable because it's going to push you out of your comfort zone, which exactly is what Saturn is going to come in and do, or Saturn is here to do. Saturn in Pisces is the Eight of Cups. Y'all have heard me talk about this. It's time to get a spiritual practice. 3:03 on the clock when I said that. There is this need to realize like you are co-creating with the divine. When you harness and tap into your personal power and combine that with the power of the divine, what isn't possible? So like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it, as we create a safe space for our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2022. Sorry, I gotta like get my posture together because God is in your spine. The divine is in your spine. And some of you could be having like this Kundalini rising and upright. Well, that makes sense. It's Aries season. They're horny fucks. But there is going to be this influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy, I feel like, rising up within you guys. And, you know, be intentional about where you want to harness that, where you want to plant that seed. I really could have gone there. Knight of Cups reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. King of Wands reversed. Yeah, I'm saying there's this influx of physical, spiritual, sexual energy, and I feel like you need to be real sure about who you're giving it to. Are you entertaining knights, or are you entertaining kings? Can you tell the difference? I also just heard take care of home. Some of you need to, there may be, I feel like there's a lot of energy going towards the external life, and that makes sense with Aries season coming in. But I do feel like there is something about like some of you, like, you have all this love to give, and I feel like you're putting it into your work or your career or your art, and not necessarily putting it into your relationship. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements playing a big role. I also feel like they're like okay, there's a lot here. First card out to be clarified on the Selenite throne is the Knight of Cups reversed. This is like champagne taste on a beer budget. I feel like some of y'all are putting energy into people who are here for a good time, not a long time, and that's fine. But I just feel like there may be someone who's really worth your energy and time that you're not pouring it into, possibly, or is maybe getting angry because you're not angry, but like feeling unappreciated, possibly. I also feel like there's stuff going on here with like, how do you view yourself? I feel like some of you are feeling frustrated because you're not trusting in your originality, or you're not acting, you know, you may just be kind of like falling in line, or allowing yourself to be a cog in the wheel, and that doesn't resonate for you. Some of you are feeling frustrated with this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Maybe some of you are also Empress on the bottom of the deck. There could just be a shift in regards to like where you're harnessing your energy, who has your attention. Maybe one of your mothers is coming to visit. First two cards out being court cards already says that, like, I feel like the company that you keep, the people that you're hanging out with, the people that you're surrounding yourself with are really, really impacting your self-worth and informing your self-care. So I do feel like your relationship to self-care, your relationship to self-love, your relationship to your business, the Empress on the bottom of the deck, your relationship to your mother-in-law, maybe coming in, maybe visiting, maybe traveling. There also could be a lot, Jupiter, that Jupiter Chiron, because Pisces, you're traditionally ruled by Jupiter, and it's been hanging out with Chiron in Aries for a while. So I just feel like there's this culmination or healing or a softening, but a softening after a bubbling up of some identity wounds or wounds of the mother, or cycles that have to do with like healing cycles that have to do with your physical body, how you're taking care of your physical body, or traveling, or people that you're at a distance from. I feel like some of you are feeling homesick, or you miss your mom, or you miss nurturing, or you miss this person. You may miss this Taurus or Libra. There could be just people who I feel like want your attention, who I just feel like you're not seeing them clearly. See that that light that's coming in? I don't know. It just feels like there is the glare. I just feel like be careful of your rose-colored glasses. Be willing to see everything for as it is. I do feel like some of you, there is this like uptick or swell of passion, creativity, that there could be like a creative block. You may be feeling drained in some sort of way, and I feel like that's not gonna last. Like Saturn, I feel like is really having to like slow you down, really having to pull you back to redirect you. Saturn needs you focusing. Saturn needs you on a spiritual quest, like side quest. Side quest, why aren't you confident? Side quest, why are you being mean or letting people be mean to you? Side quest, don't you believe in yourself? Side quest, what's going on with your relationship to your father, and how is that reflecting in your relationships to men in your life right now? Side quest, we got to heal this, like all these like little like things that are coming up that are It's like the divine, I feel like, is forcing you to get to the root. Forcing you to get to the root versus you pruning the leaves off the tree. You're tending to whatever like root rot has been present. All right, continue for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2023. I just feel like some of you, you're needing to you're needing to get more physically active. You're needing to move your body. It doesn't have to be at a gym or you going to a gym, but I do feel like there is something about like getting more intentional about or intensifying your workout. Because that's going to really help you process all this energy that's coming in Aries season. I feel like there's this boost of energy, and it needs to, I don't know, it just feels like the boost of energy may be coming out as like a swell of rage or a swell of anger. I just saw 1111 when I looked up. And I just feel like there is this like reset, this clearing that's happening. There is maybe also there's someone around you someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's requiring a lot of effort or work. I feel like there's like breakup to makeup kind of stuff going on here. Pressure applied. I feel like there's some like catharsis somewhere. There is like a shifting or resetting in your relationship to your personal, physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. And I feel like some of you, or maybe this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is leaving. Maybe there's someone coming to visit. Maybe there is this, maybe you're starting to feel drained. I feel like in Aries season, you may be really pushing yourself, like, I should have the energy to do this, or I should have the time, or the, you know, I don't know, fuck all to like move forward in this. But I feel like there's stuff going on with, especially if you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, I just feel like your relationship to your pride, your relationship to control, your relationship to your ego, there's the center of Aries season is about, what do you need to turn your back on? What's burning you out? What's stressing you out? And how can you start a new relationship? How can you heal your relationship to stress? How can you heal your relationship to things that are strenuous? How can you heal how can you get in motion? What do you need to put your energy towards? Where do you need to like gather your energy up and harness it into another area? I also feel like, okay, let's say you're polyamorous or you're in an open relationship. I just feel like there's something here about the one that you spend the most time with, or possibly your primary partner, may start taking their energy, their time, their sexual energy into another direction. There is heavy Leo 3, like this, the King of Wands reversed is, the King of Wands is Sun in Leo, and then for me, and then the Sun is Leo. And so there's definitely a lot of like fire energy, and that makes sense. We're in cardinal fire season. There's going to be eclipses that are coming in Aries. There's a solar eclipse coming in. And so I do feel like our trajectory is changing. You know, like where we're going in life is changing. What we know about ourselves to be true is changing. Our relationship to intimacy. I feel like your ability to see the red flag and dodge the bullet. Your ability to see the red flags and feel worthy of allowing yourself to do more and have more and be more and receive more. It feels like y'all are figuring out how not to be a groupie and how to keep it motherfucking moving. And I am proud. Fuck a golf clap. This is real, like, I don't know, but I just feel like the only lesson here is for you to be able to differentiate, hey, do I want to be hanging out, especially if you're polyamorous? It's like, do I want to be entertaining a lot of nights, or do I want like a gaggle of kings, you know, or queens? Like, and this isn't about genitalia. This is just about like quality and the quality or the caliber of people that you're dealing with. And so I do feel like there is some sort of like, you know, I've been saying this a lot lately, like all of us are having these like proverbial come to Jesus is like final card, final message for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. I feel like this full moon and wow. Ace of Swords, final card, and then the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. This is a big turning point. This is you being rerouted. This feels like rerouting. And that's the solar eclipse that's coming in. Also, the closer that we get to Taurus season, I feel like it's happening on the cusp. I think it's 420. Hydrate. Let me look at this. And I feel like that's where you're at. There is just something like, hey, when you come into Aries season, you're needing like to slow down and evaluate your behavior and really evaluate what you're putting time and energy and effort into. For some of you, there may have been like some kind of like start-stop relationship, something that you had something, maybe a passion project, or this could have been a person, maybe someone a little younger than you, or someone maybe a little less experienced or naive, that you were interested in or like putting energy or effort into, and it grew, and then, you know, it stopped growing. Or like someone maybe possibly ghosted you, or someone that you really thought was going to grow into something. And I feel like some of you are in a place where you're dealing with anger, especially if it has to do with someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. I feel like there's a lot coming to light. I feel like your red flags are coming to light. The error of your ways are coming to light. Your relationship to your, because Pisces, I'm sorry, like you're ruled by illusions and fantasy, and like Neptune is the planet of all that, and you can't see your own shit. And that's why you need to have people that are around you, or that you're in consistent conversation with, that you can be 100 with, and you can trust them to check you, because it's like time to check and collect, ho. That's how it feels. There is something about like, I don't feel like you're able to see like what you're what you're building, what you're creating, like where your actions are going to be leading you. And some of you, like, you've had that realization and you're turning things around, and there's so much success and movement and progress that's coming in, and clarity and insight. But I do feel like, you know, we're all at different places in the journey, and this Knight of Cups reverse just feels like there is an emotional bridge to cross, or emotional quest, an emotional, spiritual journey, a creative journey that you know you need to move on, or you know you need to act on, or there's something that you know you need to stop doing, so that you can like level up or grow up or have what you want or go in the direction that you want. And so that could be drinking too much, smoking too much, you know, fucking frivolously. This could be ignoring your creative gifts, or not having a routine or structure. And I'm telling you, if you do your part, if you go ahead and take heed and listen, because I know Saturn's already telling you that you need structure and discipline. You already know that you need to like, it will benefit you. And if you do it voluntarily, it will, like, Saturn will reward you so greatly, so beautifully in years to come, if you put yourself in a position where you're willing to listen, to be structured, to be disciplined. Otherwise, you're going to be burning yourself out. because you're not, I don't feel like you're managing your time or your energy wisely. I feel like some of you are, it's like you, some of you are giving your, or exchanging sexual energy with people who are depleting you, is how this feels. And so, and then you're wondering why you're sad or drained or tired, or like, whose shit is this? Why am I feeling this way? I felt great. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? There's just something like shifting with that. And so, and I just feel like it's time to evaluate your habits and how you're managing your connection to the divine, how you're managing your physical energy. I do feel like there is someone around with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's either like coming to the light or wants to go in a new direction, or is being more combative or argumentative, or there could be breakups, or just not on the same page. But I do feel like if you go, like you're becoming a leader possibly, or maybe you're scared of leadership, but I do feel like I hear like, where you go, I'll follow. So I don't know. There's someone maybe that's following you. Maybe someone's resenting following you. Maybe someone's resenting that you're moving forward, or they're tired or burnt out. I just feel like whatever has been hidden beneath the surface is coming to light. And for a lot of you, I think you're going to be seeing your own shit. You know what I mean? Saturn wants you at the mountaintop, wants you ascending, wants you climbing. And you can't do that if you've got these, backpack of rocks that you're, And so I do feel like building a new relationship with your mental health, like if you start getting physically active, I feel like your relationship to the divine, your relationship to ideas, to clarity of the mind is going to really, really improve. I feel like there also are powerful conversations coming in about, or realizations with or about like your father, or about this Leo, or about this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I just feel like and with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, it's really important for you to start paying attention to the signs and wonders. This needs to be a deeply spiritual time. And you all can sometimes do that thing where you want everything to make sense, or you want to look, you want to lean on logic. And it just feels like the divine is showing you there's some tools, there's some aha moments, there's some information coming in that is going to generate a huge turning point. And I feel like this season in general is a turning point. This is Jupiter. Jupiter is starting a brand new chapter, brand new 12-year cycle in Aries. And the sun's coming there, so the sun and Jupiter are going to conjunct. Like there's just so much, the sun and Jupiter are going to conjunct. There's just so much beauty coming to light, and I feel like the tools being handed to you, new information, insight, power, new connections, the audacity to cut things off, the audacity, the power, the compassion to sever ties, the knowing of when to cut something off, or when to sever, or when to create distance. I feel like you feel more confident in speaking and conversing. And there's something about the tools coming in, the divine spinning the block, and then you wielding the sword of truth. And so I do feel like, but you are just going to need to know that you're going to have to put down the current sword, the current knowing. You think you know it all, but you have no idea. I'm telling you. And the sooner, the wiser, the wisest person in the room can acknowledge that they don't know anything. That's the person that I want to fucking follow, And so, not that I'm looking to follow anybody, but interesting, there is something about with follow. Maybe some of you are trying to build your followers, trying to build marketing, or I feel like it would be beneficial for you to dive into marketing skills. I also feel like there is success when it comes to information, seeking out new information, seeking out adornment. I also feel like the way that you dress, the way your aesthetic is changing, your body is changing. You have so much ability to change your body by way of getting in motion. I also feel like hot yoga, hot activities, like doing things outside in the sun, letting yourself sweat, letting yourself be uncomfortable, it's going to like really like purge things energetically and emotionally. And I just feel like the closer we get to Taurus season, you're just going to be so much more illuminated. You're going to know what to turn your back on, know what to be done with, know who to be done with, who to turn your back on. And I also feel like those who have turned away from you, you're going to start to understand why this needed to be this way, why this cookie had to crumble this way. The hindsight is coming in. But I do feel this Knight of Cups reverse is going to be interesting. I'm excited to clarify this in the plunge. But I just feel like also there's people coming out, like you may be more attractive this season. There's people who like are pouring out their emotions to you. But there also could be like stuff you'd rather not coming out. There could be people pursuing, like the quality of the people who are pursuing you may be just like off. Let's say you're in a relationship. I just feel like in some sort of way, some of you maybe, I just heard the thrill is gone. And how can we get the thrill back? Or do we need to go in different directions? The sooner we can get to this like mindset, like nothing, like the forever thing, like everything changes. People change, you know? Nobody belongs to you. You don't belong to anybody. You belong to your fucking self, you know? Let's get comfortable belonging to ourselves. And that's hard for water signs because you long to belong to something. And I just feel like with Pisceans, though, it can be easier for you guys to like get the concept that there is no separation. So like, I am everything, everything is me, and I belong to everything, everything belongs to me. So there's like that ultimate, like, I don't need to long for anything. I am everything. You know what I mean? And that's like the ultimate like Piscean like realization that I feel like this life hack of once you stop with the illusion of separation, you know, or that something is better, or I don't know. I also feel like the way you guys communicate is going to get called out or shifted, or there could just be something going on about like how you manage your anger, or how you express your emotions, emotional regulation. It could be like turned on too high, and you're not expressing at all and you're hard to read, and you know you're being rude or condescending, or it could just be, you know, way too sensitive, and you know you're just, I don't know, it just feels like there's a spectrum here, and it just is time to, center of the reading, initiate a new relationship to your instincts. It's time to pioneer a new relationship to aliveness, to childlike joy and wonder, to really getting yourself, because Saturn, once you get to Saturn in Pisces and during Aries season, it like wants you to get instinct based, wants you to trust yourself enough to listen to yourself, your higher self, that version of you that's in the, you know, fucking 12th dimension and is already like guiding you and like trying to like, it's very interstellar. And I hope you listen. Hope you pay attention. There are forces that are greater than us definitely at work right now, and I just feel like there's this huge turning point, this aha moment, this and things feel shaky because they're shifting, they're changing, the wheel is in motion. And you're needing to acknowledge the red flags, you're needing to put down your personal red flags and evaluate your own shit so that you and the people around you that, you know, love you can benefit from you getting this upgrade in the realm of the mind. This is like a mental update coming in. And Saturn's going to give you the instructions, the order of operations. You just got to be willing to voluntarily implement the structure so you don't have to like be dragged across the finish line versus, you know, you walking across the finish line. I'll see you over on Patreon. I love you. Let's get into it.
For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.